Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once.
Say, have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Welcome. Well met.
Oh, what does this say?
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our do... Doors shall remain open and I'll...
Much obliged.
This inspires naught. Misgivings.
Nothing's harder than living in honest.
You are utterly infuriated.
Over here, if you would.
This cannot be.
I'll slit you bleeding.
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our... Doors shall remain open and I'll beg...
Much obliged.
Peruse at your leisure.
Oh, what a pleasant breeze.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Got something for me?
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, hope to see you again. Fancy a little more?
My trouble's clean away.
Follow along at your own pace, Master. I shan't leave you behind. This is... the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are...
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
I don't know what to do.
There's a calm in the air after summer.
I'm going...
Oh, it's not right. It doesn't make any sort of sense. The doctor examined him afore and said he'd be better with a bit of medicine. Yet e'er since he came here, he's only gotten worse.
I understand how you must feel. But you must see that your son's health continues to wane. There is no medicine that can heal him outright. I am caring for him as best I can. I beg only for your patience. However, if you truly cannot entrust him to me, perhaps you would care to take him home with you instead. Mayhap convalescing in a place familiar to him would aid his recovery. Of course, I would be sure to visit him as oft as I am able.
Home, you say?
Dear, we are pressed enough as 'tis.
All right, he stays. But pray bring my son back to health.
I will look after him. I swear it.
That woman's taking advantage of us, she is. She knows full well we've nowhere else to turn.
Will he truly be all right?
I fear I've much to attend to.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. You're not a patient, are you? 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my rounds of the patients. Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure more medicinal ingredients. Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? I know 'tis perilous, but there is one ingredient in particular we cannot afford to run out of. You would procure it yourself. I am grateful beyond words, sir. In that case, might I trouble you to bring me some miasmite? The slums are a bane to the body's humours, and its residents are oft prone to illness. We do what we can with what little we have, but we're always short on helping hands. Your aid is most appreciated, sir. May your search prove fruitful.
Tell it.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have...
There's got to be something fun to do. I don't know what to do.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
Well met, sir. These are troubled times, but rest assured, I'll... Our doors shall remain open and are much obliged.
This confused me, but I'm certain there is one.
Look, as long as we're not linked once in the last hour.
What should I get up to today?
Would that I could spend all day.
Have you business with the guild, sir? Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Peruse at your neck.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
What should I do?
There's a calm in the air.
Let me get that.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive... Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care. Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there. Hell, listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... Gah... Something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come tell me of them, won't you? I'd see to it myself, but I can hardly move.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
The Risen decides our path. We have but to follow.
A moment's prayer can do a world of...
Each of our patients deserves our full attention.
I fear I've much to attend to.
Some other time, maybe.
I've just had a thought.
Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times I hear strange cries and moans drift up from below, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see, and yet a part of me is afeard for them. I do hope not befalls.
Chaos in the world begins with chaos of the mind.
Does Sir Lubomir know of this basement sick room, I wonder?
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the abbess can enter? If the Gracious Hand has a secret, 'tis the abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. Oh, you've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come and arrest her. So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need, if it exists to be found.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
You have my support.
We've arrived, just as planned.
Leave off.
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
I fear I've much to attend.
I spend my days in... My prayers will surely be rewarded in the
Can't stomach places like this.
Got something for me?
Tis good to see you are well.
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health.
Perfect spot for a king.
I have noticed that the Abbess goes out every night without fail. Perhaps you could wait for her to leave and slip into the basement sick room then.
My prayers will surely be rewarded.
I don't feel safe here.
What should I do? What to do? I've no mother or father to speak of, you see. So the nice people at the Gracious Hand take care of me. I wanted to get them a present to say thank you, and I thought a bunch of flowers would be just the thing. The problem is, do you think you could help me? All I need is a bunch of pretty flowers. For true, I'm sure you'll find the prettiest flowers that ever were. Hoya Risen! Have you brought... Well, take your time. You know where...
Polish up my gear tomorrow.
This isn't much to go on.
Well met, sir. I respect you. These are troubled times, but rest assured, our doors shall remain open and our beds soft.
We must rest. Though the sun... I return safe and sound.
Open your eyes, everyone. It is dark out. Our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
A new day, a new perspective.
Mayhap I ought to ask around.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Well said.
Hoya Risen! Have you brought me a bunch of... Oh, just look at them. They're the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. These should brighten the sisters' day. Say, would you mind terribly if I asked you another favor? See, one of my friends taught me a magic spell. It's supposed to let you meet whomever you like. All you have to do is find a silver stone, put it under your pillow, and say the magic words. But there's the problem. I've been looking all over. Would you find a silver stone and bring it to me, Arisen? For true. I knew I could count on you, Arisen. I'll be waiting. Oh, I can't find a silver stone. They're hard to find, aren't they?
So dull when there's dead on my perfect spot for a kid. Maybe I'll keep...
I know so little of this world.
Unfortunately we've passed, but I'm grateful to be fed. I shall glad...
Medicine? Medicine! Now! Now! Now!
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone?
Mayhap it would serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
Right you are.
At last we've arrived, delivery in hand.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
Right you are.
We're here, and none the worse.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Jahan and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead? You're back! Pray, tell me, what? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room. I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw afore coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
Right you are.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
Am I said it?
What about this place makes much more of this?
My legs are fair numb from walking about town.
Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put...
Is it true you're the Arisen? Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith.
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well, suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those assembled. I'm sure I was moaning too.
Over here, if you please.
Tell is, Vermund was once a beastren kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis not widely known among the common folk.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it.
Here's a surprise.
Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
Waiting around puts me to sleep.
Tranquil places such as this.
Day of rest.
Over here, if you would.
Plenty of gossip to be had here,
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be seen here with you.
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
I spend my days in quiet reflection.
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the rest town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. If you would be so kind as to follow me, I shall take you to the one you seek.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not. I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there, neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty of marking the location on your map.
Master, I have experienced that quest on a journey beyond the rift.
Oh, I can't find a silver stone anywhere. Have you... Oh, just look how it shines. Say, aren't you curious who I want to meet? Well, I'll tell you. My mother and father. Not to say I'm unhappy at the gracious hand, of course. But I'd really like to meet them. I want to tell them how grateful I am that they gave me life. Oh, it's so shiny. Oh, hi, Arisen. You'll help me again if I need it, won't you? Please say yes.
Miss Daphne.
Oh, it's so shiny.
One of these days I'll buy myself
If I got dead now.
Mayhap I really would have been better off.
We're here, Master.
You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've said, you needn't worry about tending to the place. Many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop by again in a week's time, but till then, farewell.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
Right you are.
Something good will come of today.
Wish I didn't have to work to earn my bread.
Well met, sir. Could use a dash of salt.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work.
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword
A welcome
next
respite
day.
from all that hassle and bustle.
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work. Such quietude is a blessing.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
Such quietude is a blessing.
I dare say I can forget all my troubles here.
Arms secure. No time for sleep. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happen upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phasus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where possible.
I do not understand why the people should fear the coming of the dragon. I have no words to exchange with servants. I do not understand why the people should fear the coming of the dragon.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where possible.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
It seems my feet.
What business?
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Would that all my days were so trained.
What's this? Come to admire my sculptures, have you? Ho ho! To think my eminence as a collector would reach in the ears of the Arisen. If only my collection were complete, I'd fain allow you to inspect it. Alas, the sculpture that I commissioned to be its centerpiece is yet to arrive, and 'twould wound my pride to have you behold my collection ere 'tis made whole. If your curiosity shall not be denied, however, mayhap you'd consider paying a visit to the sculptor in my stead. The man's home is located in Batal. You need only tell him that I eagerly await the sculpture's completion.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
This journey will be a long one. What say we employ an ox cart and save our feet the blisters?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our... packs, just to be sure.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of executing our enemy's weaknesses.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let us move. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
That was well done. There's no one... The Arisen has been drenched!
What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I've a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
Methinks I can make it over there. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Shall we bring the medicine we discovered to the doctor over in the rest town? Mayhap he can tell us of its effects. Methinks I know where to find the person you're looking for.
A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. I've an inkling this place will yield a rarity or two.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
Any beast will grow ferocious when backed into a corner.
I don't harm. rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
There's a shorter path we might take now. Allow me to show you.
You are most gracious. 'Tis but a trifle.
Come to think of it, our ranks have gone unchanged for a while now.
'Tis well to have comrades one can trust.
Let me get that. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid. This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
A flawless execution.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Where the Saurians?
We have no means of facing our enemies.
stone statue makes for a fine landmark.
I can foresee no reason not to go see it up close. 'Tis pleasantly cool here, what with a canopy overhead.
Without incident.
Right you are. I'd wager there's loot to be found here. Well done!
Quickly, Arisen! You must regain your footing.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it? Leave it to me. I know precisely where we're headed. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
We've been given a destination. Shall we make our way there?
We've arrived, just as planned. You an elemental boon. Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
Ah, excellent find.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter it.
This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The sun has yet to set. We could rest here now, or press on a while longer. Here we go again.
Fight. To arms.
Understood.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
A new day, a new perspective.
Trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like. This calls for a curative.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave.
Understood.
There, Master!
It has resisted twice.
The prison has been torched! Quick! Douse the flames!
Well done, Master. We should be able to move this boulder with our combined might.
Shall we set it rolling?
As a matter of fact,
'tis rather high. It might be beyond our reach. Master, I believe I could be of aid here.
My talents lie in combining materials. And
How very inspired. I cannot wait to return beyond the rift and inform my own master of this.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
We were very thorough. Whatever secrets this place held ought to be ours now.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
How are we to get through this door? Any beast will grow ferocious and backed into a corner.
Master, are you unharmed?
I'll put this to use.
Is there nothing we can do about this?
If a ranged attack is needed, count on it. Heavy attacks will serve us well. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Let me get that.
Bloody hurt.
We've a choice of where to go. But how to... know the path best traveled.
Let us trust in ourselves and proceed with caution. Battle is best avoided here. I will be your shield. That was well done.
Focus. Battle continues.
I'm saved. Thank you, Arisen.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I've just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
Too weak to fire.
I expect this will fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen. You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little thing that you find.
We have arrived.
Success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
One wrong move. Mercy! You dare!
I must stand firm.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Assailants, Master.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Awesome.
Hand over your coin, and I'll let you alone.
Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
True enough.
I shan't let you get away. I shan't let you get away.
This calls for a curative.
How's this?
You keep your life, and I take the rest.
To charge ahead may be to rush headlong into danger. Let us take care to move as one.
Remain really now. What are you doing?
You ought not to be so careless.
I'm not interested. Oi!
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Given our current vocations, we've little use for arrows, but we might as well take them.
They are hardly a burden on our packs.
Then I shall remain by your side.
You have my protection.
Cut that out.
I be available?
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody early. I'm done for.
Now here's a surprise.
A splendid discovery.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
My patience has its limits.
Easy there, friend.
Any loose coin about? Enough to make you rich?
The naught raises one's morale like new equipment.
Tis overly narrow here, and ill-suited to combat. We've got goblins!
Of course, Master. I shall look after it for you. You need only search my pack when you wish to reclaim it.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises. Look there. Methinks I spy aught of use.
Battle is best avoided here. A common reward, frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
There must be some way to make it over there. But how to go about it? Might we not make use of our flying foe to reach our destination?
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
'Tis vital you remain level-headed. One of our number is unconscious.
Defend themselves with grapple.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
Well, there was a time I served our master as a mage. I can scarce believe how far I've come since then. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses. Look here. This path seems rather promising. You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
I am in awe of your powers of detection. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
Of course.
I'll put this to use.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to...
How are we to get through this door?
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Yeah, asking for it.
This ends here!
Some new equipment would not go amiss.
A fair observation. Mayhap 'twould be worth... considering, Master. Yon ox cart is broken beyond repair.
The work of goblins, mayhap.
Careful now.
Outstanding. Well done, Master.
I will be your shield.
Execution.
These are troubled times, but rest assured, our door... Doors shall remain. Open and our beds soft. Much obliged.
I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
I've had well...
Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
See reason. Vermund at your neck.
This cannot be.
Not bloody likely.
You're really pushing your luck. This might be worth a read.
Oh there. How have you fared?
The end of
Let's
days.
not be hasty now.
Oh there. How have you fared? Well, now... I'd fain hear you speak on it.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad. Have you found any of the items we discussed, perchance?
Always a pleasure.
Ought you need me?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Welcome to... And quality's what you need if you want to survive. So if we... check the price, just remember... Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
It is good to see you again.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every...
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
What to do?
I'll not take that from you! This ox cart's bound for the... I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Would that I could shed my cares as easily. All this worrying is giving me an achy back.
What is this? Hasty now!
I'm unsure how best...
Leave off, or you earn my spite. You dare!
By the horns!
Barely scraping by.
What is the meaning of this?
Not to look forward to, but a long day.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Wishing my armor can wait till the morning.
One can never be too careful.
Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Days like this one.
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. Whatever your reasons, I'll take a look. Naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again in... oh, I don't know. Later.
Gladly stay here forever if
I've been on my feet.
This calls for a curative.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
My feet always take me here. I don't expect to fare so well every day.
I sleep on my woes, beat up
What am I supposed to do?
Reckon your road's been a long one. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Shall we get some rest then? Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust.